Hey guys, it's Natalie and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a book haul and I'm just going to be showing you guys all the books that I hauled over the course of November this year. And I have 13 to show you, or is it 12? It's 12. I have 12 books to show you. So we are just going to get right into it. So the first book I hauled in November is The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and I got this as my book of the month in my book of the month subscription box. And if you want to know more about the subscription box, I will link it in the description down below if you're interested. So I picked this up because I thought it would be perfect for the Buzzword Readathon that was in November that was hosted by Books and Lala. And I loved this book. I already read it. It was a 5-star read and I love it so much and I highly recommend it. And I'm so happy to have it on my shelf. So the next book I hauled in November is Serpent and Dove by Shelby Mahurin, and I actually wanted to read this in November, but ever since I got my new job, I just haven't been able to read as much as I normally do, and this one is a pretty thick one, so I wasn't able to get to it, so it's just going to sit on my TBR shelf just for a little while longer. I hope to read it in the first few months of the year because I'm super excited to read this one. It's had a lot of hype and it sounds exactly like my cup of tea, and overall it's just so gorgeous and I'm so happy to have this beauty on my shelf. The next book I hauled I'm super excited about, and it's Winterwood by Shea Earnshaw, and I read The Wicked Deep by her last month in October and I absolutely loved it and I gave it 5 stars. I just really enjoy her writing style and everything like that. So I picked up her book that just came out on November 5th, and that is Winterwood, and it has to do with a dark wood and these scary woods, and that's all I really know about it and that's all I really need to know about it. I just really liked her other book, so I thought I would get her newest one, and I'm so excited to read this. I'm going to read it in December and I'm just so excited. And also I'm pretty sure I got a first edition because I think that Shea Earnshaw, the author, mentioned on Instagram that the first editions have this embossed like vines on it, and I'm just so ecstatic if this is a first edition because I was trying forever to get my hands on a first edition of Wicked Deep and it just didn't happen for me. So I'm really happy to have a first edition of Winterwood. So yeah, I'm super excited to read this one and it is so gorgeous. So these next 3 books were actually gifted to me by my aunt when she came to visit, and she picked these up from Goodwill for me, and these are a trilogy. It's a love story trilogy and it's called the In Boonesboro Trilogy by Nora Roberts. And I've seen so much of Nora Roberts stuff at the thrift store, but I've never really gravitated towards it or picked it up or anything. But my aunt found the trilogy, like this whole set, so I thought that I would give it a try. I'm really picky with my love stories and things like that, so I'm really kind of curious to see if I like these or not. So yeah, I'm super excited to read this trilogy and I'm really happy that my aunt gave them to me, and I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. So yeah, can't wait to read these. And then the last books I'm going to show you are ones that I got on Black Friday. So the first one is Frankly in Love by David Yoon, and I actually read this book in November and I gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars, so I really loved it and I just had to have my own copy. Not only because the cover is beautiful and also because there's stained blue edges. Like, that is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And also the color of it without the dust jacket is just absolutely gorgeous. So I'm so happy to add this one to my shelf. I love it so much and it was definitely one of my favorite books of the year. So I highly recommend this book and I'm just so happy to have this beautiful, gorgeous book on my shelf. And I remember I was telling you guys about it in one of my other videos, how I wanted to buy a copy because it's so stinking pretty. So I did. Your girl finally did it, because at Target they were having a buy 2 get 1 free sale for the books for Black Friday, so I picked this bad boy up for myself and I'm just so excited. So these last 5 books were also picked up on Black Friday, and I got these ones from Barnes & Noble. So the first one I got is Baby Teeth by, I don't know if it's Zoe Stage or Zoe with a silent J, But anyways, this one is a thriller, and it's basically pitched as we need to talk about Kevin meets Gone Girl meets The Omen. So it kind of has like The Omen / Orphan vibes, like the child is evil and not what you think. So I'm super excited to read this one. I really like the cover. This one has just been on my TBR for a while, and I saw it for like $6, so I was like, why not? And yeah, I'm super excited to add this baby to my shelf. So the next book I picked up is Go Set a Watchman by Harper Lee, and this is the sequel to Kill a Mockingbird, which I read in September this year, and I was eager to get my hands on the sequel. I heard it isn't as good as the first, but I still really wanted to read it, and I saw it on sale for like $6, so I was like, can't really pass that up. And I didn't know this until today, but it has deckled edges, which I did not notice when I bought it because I was just like, swoop. But yeah, it does have deckled edges, which I'm not really a huge fan of, but you know what? It's fine. I'm super excited to read this one and see if it lives up to the first one, or, you know, just whatever, you know? I like the cover. I'm super excited to hop into this one, so yeah. The next book I picked up is Into the Water by Paula Hawkins, and I saw this one on sale for like $7, so I was like, why the heck not? And I just read Girl on the Train in October, and I really enjoyed it. I gave it, I think, 4 out of 5 stars, so I wanted to try out Paula Hawkins' other book, which is Into the Water, and I'm just super excited to read this one. I really want to start reading more thrillers because I found out that I actually really enjoyed them, and I just never really got around to reading any, so I'm really excited to add this one to my shelf. I really like the cover, and I don't know, I'm just super excited to read this one. So these last 2 books are the ones I'm probably the most excited about, and the first one is The Institute by Stephen King, and this is the first Stephen King book that I've ever purchased, and I'm super nervous but also very excited. So I got this at Barnes & Noble for 50% off, and I think that was a pretty good deal because normally it's 30, and so I got it for 15. And then I was telling my boyfriend about what books I got from Barnes & Noble, and he had already gotten me The Institute for Christmas, so he had to cancel his order. So that's depressing. And he got it for $2 cheaper on Amazon. So I guess I should just start only buying my books on Amazon, because apparently everywhere else is a lie, because I got this for 15 and he got it for 13. But anyways, yeah. So anyways, either way, besides this little conundrum pickle, I'm happy to have The Institute by Stephen King. Something about it just really drew me to it, and I think it's pretty good that I got it for 15 bucks. I mean, it's a pretty big book, so yeah, I'm super excited to read this one. I've heard nothing but good things about it. So the last book I picked up in November, and the last one I got from Barnes & Noble, is Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte, and I actually read this in September and I absolutely loved it, and I really want to start collecting copies of Wuthering Heights because there are just so many beautiful editions out there, and this is the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition from 2015, and it is just stunning, and I think this is faux leather, and then it's just, oh my gosh, I can't even describe how beautiful this is. Look at the purple lilac stained edges, and the inside is so beautiful, and there is a ribbon bookmark, which I love, and it just is so cute, and I love it so much. It was only like $10, so I was like, hey, yeah. So I picked it up, and now I have officially both 2015 Barnes & Noble editions of Wuthering Heights, and I'm so excited to collect more copies of this book, and this is just so stunning, and I am so happy to have it on my shelf. So that concludes my November book haul, so thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe down below, and hit the notification bell if you don't want to miss a single upload, and let me know which book you guys have read before or books that you want to read, and let's just have a little bookish chat in the comments. So yeah, have a great day, and thanks for watching. Bye!